Okay, last time we were actually at logistics, material master, field selection, basic settings, global settings. I think this is the place. Okay, this is all by default. Okay, and document type will be 3 document types will be used here. Standard current country is Great Britain. RFC is for third party inventory software connection. And other than that, when sending complete material and sending configurations changed, material variants, no need for this. And all is good. Make company codes for material management. Yes. ST61 over here 2024-01 and 02. Okay, so previous year is 2024 and month is 1. Financial previous year is 2023 with last month 12. This is allow back posting to previous period and disallow back posting. Back posting means that material document like invoice, GR, IR documents cannot be posted in previous months. You will receive your goods in present month and invoices were received in the past month. So you want to enter documents in the previous month. So SAP allows and disallows both at the same time. Save. ST61. Okay, it was saved. Material types. We've already seen material types. Material types are basically raw material, semi-finished goods, and finished goods, broadly speaking. Okay. ROH is the code for raw material, and we will be using this. Valuation area. Now, this is valuation area is ST61. What is valuation area? Your plant. Quantity will be updated, value will be updated. Value will be updated in invoice, quantity will be updated in material document like purchase order or GRN. Save. Simple. Define number ranges. This is already configured. Setting for key fields, material groups. We can make our own material group. Position. New entries ST61R. Okay. Shang raw material. Authorization group. This is used for users, certain users. If you want to allow just some users to use this, authorization group is defined and it is assigned in the user login. Okay. Default unit of weight, it can be kgs, it can be liters, it can be cartons, cans, drums, whatever, but we'll keep it empty. Okay. So we'll be using material group ST61R. Okay, maintain external material, divisions, material status, storage conditions. These are all self-explanatory. And global data synchronization, this is for migration. We are all okay with this. Material types is okay. Basic settings, tools, search helps, retest data, initialize period. Okay. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, material master is good. Now we can go for something more deeper. Materials management, general settings, material lock, material block for invoice verification. Okay, consumption based purchasing, very important. So in purchasing, we'll see quota arrangement and source list, but we'll be also looking at purchase order, requisition, quotation process, RFQ, source listing, and info records as well. Where is info records? Yeah, purchase info records, purchasing groups, purchasing area, supplier master, contract, scheduling agreement. So we have quite a lot to do. Okay, let's start with purchasing groups. Now, purchasing groups, since we have made a material group, which is ST61R inventories, Shang S ST61 ST61 it says okay SR Shang, but how will remember it? ST6. Okay, let's go with this. ST61 raw purchaser. Okay. Purchasing area. Purchasing area can be ST61. In purchasing area, basically, it can be a physical area where your goods are evaluated, quality checked. It can be anything. I can take any area as well, like but I'll keep it ST61. ST61 purchasing area. Purchasing area determination. Okay. New entries purchase org is ST61 and ST6 and ST61. Okay. So we have actually integrated all of it with the purchasing org, purchasing organization in one place. So it will be easier. It will get picked up in the documents. So we are good with that. Purchase info record, very important. Screen layout. And what is purchase info record? I'll tell you that. Purchase info record. Now, purchase info record basically purchase info record. Basically, it details vendor, dates of supply, material type, number, and details like that, description. So that whenever you want to create purchase order without much legwork, then of course you have a purchase info record for that vendor. Field selection. Okay, valuation type will be optional entry. I mean, these fields will be available in purchase info record for you to fill in. Okay. Basic data, what do we have? Fields and display, vendor, material, purchase organization, plant, basic data info category, because it will pick up the vendor and it will display it. Reference data, we have optional entries for material groups, origin data, purchasing group. We've already configured this. Yeah, page down. Okay, no page down. Administration data. Okay, return agreement, production version, timely consumption. Okay, all is basically it is defining your layout of your purchase info record. Text for purchase info record. Find text. Info record node, purchase order text, and we can actually info record node, sequence number is 01. Define copying rules. Okay, text linkages, RFQ quotation, and we can make entries over here, and it can be used for quotation purposes. Okay. Certification categories, this is for vendors. If you want to grade your vendors. Certificate 1, you can also mention ISO certificate if you really want from ISO 9001 from vendors. If you are dealing and you have put a system and standard, so you can actually communicate to the vendor that this is a requirement. Okay. Certificate category, you can also make your new entries. Category is 9 and ISO 9001. Check certification number, certification date, country, tariff number. Don't check this because it will make it a required entry then. Okay. Define price history. Okay. Purchase or effective price and order price, effective price and order price history. Okay. If you have an old price, if that is validated, for example, if you're getting a product like pens, writing pens, and usually the writing pens are costing the same almost every time, right? So if you're ordering cartons in a bulk and you have set a season for the whole year, then of course you can set an old price. Okay, that will be carried forward. Effective price and order price history. Save. Okay, we're done. Good. Okay, next is sustainability, supplier sustainability. Define number is for vendors, vendor sustainability record, and define number range, intervals. You don't have interval, 0, 1, 1. Nine. Patties, no, we don't want patties right now. Source list, define source list requirement plant level. Now, what is source list? Source list basically it defines source list. It defines vendor details, what material they supply, what dates from to can it be supplied, rates that can be given. So it is basically it is defining and identifying a source for that very material. So it can be used for RFQs, quotations, purchase orders. Okay. Source list, yeah. Now source list basically is also connected with material master. Save. Source list is done. Quota arrangement. Define number ranges. 01, 199, 20 to 09. We will use 500 to 699. 500 to 699. Okay. Create group. Zero 06 600. Save. Oh, 600. Specify interval without overlaps. Okay. Six nine. Oh, okay. 699. 699. ST61 07. Okay. And this assign element to group. Assign element to group. So 7 numbering range will be now used for quota arrangement. RFQ quotation. Define number ranges. Interval. Oh, we have intervals 3900, 39100. Yeah, 100. Okay, we'll use this. To find document types, we need to know release procedure for RFQs. Edit correction class we'll discuss this later. Define screen layout at document level. Okay, now these are basically again we have selection of entries and fields that we'll see in quotation. Okay, so this is how you can actually set up your fields for quotation, designing the quotation. Okay, comments, tolerance for archiving. Okay, supplier quotation process, define number ranges, document types, external processing, task specific tolerance limit. Okay, anything. Serial numbers, central control, serial. Okay, central control parameters for serial numbers. No, we don't need this. So I guess let's stop over here.